Very good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the CA class. Please confirm, is the audio and video good? Very good morning. All right. Okay, so let's begin with the first segment, the ESI Finance and Business News. First news says 3 new initiatives have been launched by the Election Commission of India. ECI ने 3 नए initiatives launch किए हैं. Let's see what are they. So Election Commission of India has introduced these new initiatives. First one, if you see, the Commission will now be obtaining death registration data electronically itself from the Registrar General of India in line with Rule 9 of Registration of Electors Rule 1960 and Section 33 Clause 5 Subclause B of the Registration of Births and Deaths Act 1969. So basically सारा data जो है अब electronically trace करेगा Election Commission, and the process will be very easy and to be clear, very seamless, right? So also, when everything happens to be online, it becomes easy for the citizens as well to access these data. Okay, so the death registration या death registration data जो है वो ECI electronically fetch करेगा. Then second thing, to make voter information slips, VIS, more voter friendly. जो आपकी voter information slip होती है, what is this voter information slip? Anyone? What is VIS? See, voter information slip क्या होती है आपकी? It is issued to you right before the election. जो भी election हो उससे पहले it would be issued. It contains information like आपका जो booth है वो कहाँ है, timing क्या होगा voting का, ठीक है? So all these details are there given in the voter information slip. Okay, which is your election booth, at what time do you have to go? So all these information are contained in voter information slip. Okay, it would be made more voter friendly. इसको थोड़ा सा और वोटर फ्रेंडली बनाने की कोशिश इलेक्शन कमीशन करेगा. नेक्स्ट वन, द कमीशन हैज आल्सो डायरेक्टेड that all the BLO, booth level officer आपके जितने भी होते हैं जो इलेक्शन बूथ्स होते हैं, booth level officers, they who are appointed by the electoral registration officers under section 13B subclause 2, they be issued standard photo identity cards. ऐसे जितने भी booth level officers हैं, they are to be provided by standard photo ID card. Photo ID card से क्या होगा? People will be able to recognize them and then ask for any help if they want, right? So this is the thing, to ensure that citizens can recognize them and interact them with confidence, and the entire voter verification and registration process can be spearheaded. So this is the thing. Now, since Election Commission news में है, तो you also have to remember the Chief Election Commissioner of India presently is Gyanesh Kumar. This was about ECI, nothing else. Next news is Depot Darpan portal and mobile application to ensure food storage depots meet highest quality and performance standards to be launched. अब ये क्या है? Food storage को improve करने के लिए government has brought in this, right? So Department of Food and Public Distribution, which department? Department of Food and Public Distribution. It It ensures food security, you all know that, right? Over 80 crore beneficiaries are there through scientific warehousing and smart storage solutions. You know how food security is ensured in India? You have buffer stocks, right? You have Food Corporation of India who oversees all of them, and then with the help of PDS system, the public distribution system, or the ration shops or the fair price shops, whatever you call it, these are disbursed to the targeted beneficiaries, those who belong to lower income group, right? So in this case, what we have to do is we have to store so much of stock. So it has to be very scientific so that the quality of the food does not get compromised. For this purpose, scientific warehousing will be promoted, and now the department is going to create Depot Darpan portal. Remember, Depot Darpan portal as well as a mobile application where with the help of this portal and application, they will be able to monitor the quality of these warehousing, whether they are complying with the scientific standards and norms or not. So this is the thing. All right. Next one, government and UNDP have partnered to empower waste pickers on Labor Day. So very recently, 1st May has been observed as Labor Day, right? On the occasion of Labor Day, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment has signed agreement with the United Nations Development Program. UNDP के साथ मिनिस्ट्री ने साइन किया है agreement. For what purpose? This is to recognize and then provide them financial assistance, relevant technologies to the waste pickers and waste collection, recovery and recycling. ये जो पूरी process है in between, where you pick up the waste, you process it, you recycle it. In this entire process, they want waste pickers to be handy with latest technologies, right? क्योंकि जब तक हम इस प्रोसेस में जो लोग इन्वॉल्व उनको एड नहीं करेंगे, वी कैन नॉट एम फॉर रीयूज, रिड्यूस एंड रिसाइकल, दी 3 R's, राइट? सो दिस इज द पर्पस. इसके लिए आपको ध्यान रखना है, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ सोशल जस्टिस एंड एम्पावरमेंट हैज साइंड दिस एग्रीमेंट विद द UNDP. Next news says World Bank's food price index may drop 7% in 2025. वर्ल्ड बैंक का जो आपका फूड प्राइस इंडेक्स है, इट इज प्रोजेक्टेड टू फॉल बाय 7% in 2025 year-on-year basis, okay, because of declining prices of grains like rice, wheat, etc. okay, तो ये जो आपकी फूड ग्रेन्स है like rice and wheat, इनका ग्लोबल प्राइसेस you see has been on a declining trend. That's why it is expected कि वर्ल्ड बैंक का जो फूड प्राइस इंडेक्स है, it may fall to 7% in 2025, and it's in its latest commodity markets outlook given by World Bank, the World Bank has said that all the 3 components of the food price index are expected to decline in 2025. That is grains. 3 components कौन से हैं? Grains by 11%, oils and meal by 7%, and other foods by 5%. So the entire food price index is expected to fall down or to decline by 2025. Next news says S&P has cut down India's financial year 26 GDP forecast to 6.3%. S&P Global Ratings has cut down India's growth projection by 0.2 to 6.3%. आपको ध्यान रखना है कितना हो गया 6.3% for the current fiscal year because of recent uncertainty arising out of the tariffs recently imposed by US and other risks involved. Next news says India's manufacturing PMI hits 10-month high of 58.2 in April 2025. So that can be important. Manufacturing PMI, if you see in last previous classes we have discussed, was low, but now in April it has touched a good score. So that shows more of economic activity in the manufacturing sector, right? And what is PMI? You all know by now that what is PMI? PMI is Purchasing Managers Index. What does it reflect? It reflects status of economic activity in a particular segment, right? Any score above 50 is generally considered good. So it is 58.2. HSBC India manufacturing PMI compiled by S&P Global, it has rose to 58.2 in April 2025. What is the reason? If you see, reason is strong demand and sharp rise in output. Manufacturing products ka demand is always the driver of economic growth. I have told you in my classes, right? So when there's strong demand, the prices they tend to rise, and then only the producer gets incentive to produce that product, right? So as I told you, any score in PMI above 50, it indicates expansion, and below 50 indicates contraction. All right, next news. UPI transaction value dips 3% to 23.9 trillion rupees in April. Volume dips to 2%. तो UPI transaction value और volume दोनों dip हुए हैं. UPI transaction in April fell by 2% and it stood at 17.89 billion rupees, and transaction value decreased by 3% to 23.95 rupees. And the data has been given by National Payments Corporation of India. Okay. इसमें ज्यादा कुछ आपको ध्यान नहीं रखना है. That much only will be sufficient. And remember, monthly data हमारे पास काफी आता है. Again and again I'm telling you in the classes, monthly data आपको सारा याद नहीं रखना है, और जो भी याद रखना है, monthly you try to just remember right before your examination. जो भी month आपका exam targeted exam से just एक महीना पहले का data आप monthly याद रख सकते हैं, या maximum 2, उससे ज्यादा नहीं. Next news says Google, Microsoft, Nvidia join IICT to empower digital creators. तो यहाँ पर आपको ध्यान रखना है 7 global firms. How many? 7. 7 global firms, they are collaborating with Indian Institute of Creative Technology, IICT. Why? To promote talent in the emerging creators economy. जो हमारा creators economy निकल के आ रहा है, which is your AVGC XR sector, animation, visual effects, gaming, कॉमिक्स, एक्सटेंडेड रियलिटी. एवीजीसी एक्सा सेक्टर जो है हमारा, इसमें दे वांट टू contribute in this emerging creators economy, right? And it was informed at the first World Audio Visual and Entertainment Summit, Wave Summit, जो अभी चल रही है 1st to 4th में, it is being conducted in Mumbai. Wave Summit चल रही है, आपको पता है, बहुत सारे creators and organizations are participating in that. And 7 firms, they are Nvidia, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Meta, Star India, and Adobe. They have collaborated with IICT. Now moving on to national news. The first one is Prime Minister has inaugurated Vizhinjam port. Okay, this port is located where? The Vizhinjam International Seaport is in Kerala, in Thiruvananthapuram district. It is expected to have a capacity of 3 million TEU. TEU unit होती है measure करने की, 20 foot equivalent unit annually by 2028. 3 million TEU by 2028 it is expected to have the capacity to handle. Okay, and the port's phase 1 is designed to handle 1 million TEU. Also, what you need to remember from here is its developer and operator is who? Who is the developer and operator? So, developer and operator is Adani. Adani Vizhinjam Port Private Limited. Remember who is the developer and operator, okay? Adani Vizhinjam Port Private Limited. It has constructed almost 3000 meter breakwater and 800 meter container berthing facility here. एक और चीज आप याद रख सकते हैं, हमने पिछले कुछ क्लासेस में एक न्यूज कवर की थी, MSC Turkey, if you remember. You remember MSC Turkey? So recently, the Vizhinjam Seaport has welcomed MSC Turkey, which is world's largest eco-friendly container ship. Recently, अभी हमने cover किया था, MSC Turkey has arrived. तो MSC Turkey is world's largest eco-friendly container ship. Remember this name, MSC Turkey. Let's move ahead to the state news. We have Odisha to set up greenfield airport at Paradeep and heliports in 14 districts. Odisha government has decided to establish greenfield airport at the Paradeep, and in 14 districts they want to establish helipads. MOUs. So first MOU is between Reliance Power. So Reliance Power has signed this 25-year MOU with SECI, the Solar Energy Corporation of India. For what purpose? This is to supply solar power backed battery storage. Okay. After this, Reliance Power will be developing Asia's largest single-site integrated solar and battery energy storage system, BESS. See, in the areas which are most important nowadays for all the examination, I have already highlighted battery energy storage system as one of them. You remember that, right? So, battery energy storage system आपको ध्यान रखना है. Battery energy storage system के लिए this MOU has been signed and it will be establishing Asia's largest single-site integrated solar and battery energy storage system. Next one, JSW Energy has signed an agreement with Uttar Pradesh Power Corporation Limited for what? For the procurement of pumped hydro energy storage. Okay. Then Ferrari's F1 team partners with IBM. This is to revamp racing team's official mobile app, introducing AI and powered features. So इसके मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन में लेटेस्ट AI powered features इंट्रोड्यूस करने के लिए the MOU has been signed on both the versions Android and iOS. This one is not so much important. The third one you can skip. Fourth one, JBM EV ties with Hitachi Zero Carbon. Why? For the deployment of battery management solution in the e-buses of your Hitachi Zero Carbon, right? तो इसकी e-buses में battery energy solutions के लिए they have signed this MOU. The next one is HPCL ADNOC. They have signed first LNG trading supply deal in which there will be a trade of crude oil, LNG and other products. तो हिंदुस्तान पेट्रोलियम कॉर्पोरेशन जो है इसने साइन किया है एडनॉक के साथ. So now we will be trading crude oil, LNG and other products. We will be importing them as well. This is about MOUs. Awards में you have Chirag Shetty and Satvik. They have been honored with Khel Ratna 2023. ये दोनों नाम आपको ध्यान रखने हैं. Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Mansukh Mandaviya has felicitated and presented which award? Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award 2023. Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award to Chirag Shetty and Satvik Sairaj, okay, in New Delhi. Sports में you have ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026 का आपका जो डेस्टिनेशन होगा. सो आइकॉनिक लॉर्ड्स क्रिकेट ग्राउंड इन लंदन, लॉर्ड्स में होगा, विल बी सर्विंग एज द स्टेज for the final of ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026. Remember, कहाँ होगा? Lords in London. Then next is Asian Under 15 and Under 17 Boxing Championship में India concluded its campaign at the inaugural of this with the total 43 medals and coming at a second place after Kazakhstan. Remember, finishing at a second place after Kazakhstan. So in this championship, Asian Under 15 and Under 17 Boxing Championship, remember India finished at which place? India finished at second place after Kazakhstan. So Kazakhstan has won and India has won total 43 medals including 15 gold, 6 silver and 22 bronze medals. Then we have appointments. So Sanjay Khanna appointed as CMD of BPCL. Air Marshal Ashutosh Dikshit appointed as Chief of Integrated Defence Staff. Arvind Srivastava, we have already discussed one more time, Revenue Secretary. Then you have Sujata Chaturvedi appointed as one of the members in Union Public Service Commission, UPSC. Mike Waltz appointed as US Ambassador to United Nations. Then Rakesh Verma appointed as DG of India International Institute of Democracy and Election Management. Then you have Ashish Goyal, Director General of Media in the Election Commission of India, and Marco Rubio, National Security Advisor of US. National Security Advisor of US. So these are your appointments. And that's it for today's current affairs. We don't have so much of news today. Let's quickly look at the top 5 MCQs now. First question. The World Bank's food price index is projected to fall by how much percentage in 2025 on a year-on-year basis and edge down in 2026 on declining prices of grains, rice, wheat, etc. World Bank का food price index is expected to fall by how much percentage? 7%, right? Option C is the correct answer. Next one. S&P Global Ratings has cut down India's growth projection to how much percentage in 25-26? I think the answer is mistakenly there in the question itself. So anyway, it has cut down India's growth forecast to 6.3%. Option B will be the right answer. Yes. Next question. Youth Affairs and Sports Minister recently has felicitated and presented which of the following awards to badminton champions Chirag Shetty and Satvik Sairaj in New Delhi? कौन सा award recently has been conferred? Yeah, so the correct answer is Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award, right? Option D. Next one. In Asian under 15 and under 17 boxing championships, India finished at which position? इंडिया का क्या पोजीशन था इन दी एशियन अंडर 15 अंडर 17 बॉक्सिंग चैंपियनशिप? यस, वेरी गुड. इंडिया फिनिश्ड एट second position after Kazakhstan. So it has been won by Kazakhstan. India in total has won 43 medals, in which you have 15 golds and I think 6 silver and 22 bronze, if I'm correct, right? So overall 43 you can remember and 15 gold. Next one. How many global firms recently are collaborating with Indian Institute of Creative Technologies to promote talent in the emerging sector of AVGC-XR, which is animation, visual effects, gaming, comics, and extended reality? Total of 7, like Microsoft, etc., right? They all are collaborating in this. Now, it is your learning exercise. HSBC India Manufacturing PMI compiled by S&P Global has risen to how much of the following scores in April 2025 from earlier 58.1? You will be telling me the answer in the comment section. Last class mein jo question tha, it was NPCI directing banks to limit the usage of check transaction API. Accordingly, NPCI has instructed banks to delay their first check transaction API call until at least how many seconds after the transaction is initiated or authenticated? So yes, at least after 90 seconds. That was the correct answer. All of you have provided me the correct answer. Sai, Lakshmi, Sham Sundar, Aditya, all of you have given the correct answer. So that's it for today's CA. Any doubts from today's session? आज के सेशन में बहुत कुछ ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज़ और फैक्ट नहीं है हमारे पास, कुछ एक दो इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्ट्स हैं, सो यू जस्ट रिवाइज देम केयरफुली. Thank you so much for staying tuned. That's it for today's class. I'll see you all in the next class on Monday. Okay? Have a good day. Thank you.